Thank you so much, Sina, for these kind words. Hello, Zinzino family. Nice to see you and get the flames in the chat. I love that. And can you hear me good? Yes, super. So first of all, I want to congratulate you. You're on the director's call of Zinzino. So look at it. We are 133 people. So in the whole company. So it's a big achievement that you are here and you can be proud of yourself. And that's a big one. That's the first thing. The second thing is now I have to talk, or I'm allowed to talk about the 6 income producing activities. Because I get a lot of questions. How are you doing it? It's impossible without experience to go to ambassador in 2.5 years. What are you doing? And guys, just wait. I'm going to show in a bit. And the only problem is I have now 35 minutes for 6 income producing activities. So I have to speed up. I'm very sorry, Gudrun, Mario, Damian, all the translators, because I really need to rush, but I try my best, and big applause for all the translators. You're doing an amazing job as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would say, let's go. Let's dig into it. And for that, I share my screen, just real quick that you know who is this guy with the blonde hair. I'm Michael. And I used to be a teacher, and I did the studies in Austria, and my parents were super proud of me because, you know, a teacher, it's safe, it's everybody likes the teacher because they do something good. But inside me, I felt something that it's not my way. I felt that I need to change. I felt when I imagined, wow, where I am in 5 years or in 10 years, it was like, I needed to change, and I get my diploma on the right, on the picture, and then I told my parents, Mama, Papa, I'm so thankful you helped me with the studies, but I'm not going to be a teacher anymore. My passion is to build some really big muscles. I'm going to be a fitness trainer, and I'm going to do that. So you can imagine I'm from a 2,500 people village. They were not that happy about that, but I said, okay, let's try it. And I tried. And I tried my own fitness program. All the guys who tried something by their own, they know it's quite difficult. So I tried it, but I failed. And then I got invited because I was super broke as a student. I always saved like 10 euros a month, and it was gone super quick. So I had no money at all. And then a guy invited me on a presentation of Zinzino. And I attended this presentation, and then you see the ladder with the ranks and the money. And I said, all right, guys, all right. If 1% of this story is true, this could be my ticket out of here. This could be my ticket into freedom. And that was November 2020. So I decided, let's give it a try. And in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to show you what happened and how we did it. And if you like it, if you just like a little part of it, make a story on Instagram and tag me, then we can grow together. All right. So how was my start? The start after 6 months, you can see it in back office. I started and it was a disaster. I tried everything by my own. I had no experience. I didn't know how to sell anything. And after 6 months, really grinding every night, I did my full-time job. I did my fitness program. And every night I did 1 to 2 hours Zinzino. And after 6 months, I was like silver. All the silvers, you know, it's an amazing rank. But for me, I expected to be a diamond. And then some serious thoughts came up. And maybe, or your partners know these thoughts. Network marketing does not work, for sure not. In Austria, people don't pay so much money for supplements. I know that they don't pay so much. I'm just not a salesman. 95% in network marketing, I'm not earning any money. It's a pyramid scheme. Is it a pyramid scheme? Can I make a stable income in this profession? Why it doesn't work? I'm doing so much. So I had no skills. I had no experience. And I had a big problem. I was a teacher. Why? Because teachers, they know everything better. And in network marketing, to know everything better, it's not the best thing. So that was like the scenario, my thoughts, and I was broke. But then I found the solution. And maybe a partner of you, or maybe yourself, have same problems, or they are in the same position, then you can offer them the solution to all these problems. And the solution is focus on 6 income producing activities, short IPAs. And I would say, let's go into this. Normally, I teach like 1 income producing activity for 2 or 3 hours. Now we do all the 6 in 30 minutes. So let's go. So what are the 6 income producing activities I did? And the first one is we have to make contacts, a list. And in the next 30 minutes, you're going to hear a lot of stories. And I want to empower you to craft your own stories, to tell the stories, because stories are the most powerful thing and you can use them. So first you have to learn context. You have to make contact. The second one is you have to make an invitation. You have to present, or you have to invite some people to take a look. The third thing is it's in red because it's only for cold market. If you work in the cold market, you have to do a first meeting, a first talk first. You cannot invite them directly to a presentation because they will not come. I tried it and I sent like 400 videos to cold contacts. They are not watching, they are not coming. You can try it, but it will not work. You have to make this extra step. But we are talking with new partners now, so that's not obligatory. The third thing is you have to make a presentation, and you have to make a powerful presentation. And my first presentations, I tell you the story later, it was like a disaster. You have to master the skill of follow-ups. You have to master the closing, and you have to master the onboarding. And if you master these 6 steps, so list or contact, invitation, presentation, follow-ups, closing, and onboardings, your business is going to get into explode mode. If you work really on these 6 income producing activities. And how you can do it, we're gonna take a look now. So just imagine a new partner starts. So when a new partner starts, the onboarding starts in the closing. So I usually ask 6 questions. And maybe you know these questions because they are from a super smart guy, and he's the founder of Zinzino. So probably you know the questions. The first one is, what is your goal with Zinzino? What do you want to get out of it? So that you know what he wants, because it's not important what you like, it's important what he likes. The second one is, if you get the answer, nice. If you don't get the answer, because a lot of people, they like to help all the others first, and then they take a look about themselves and they don't tell you anything. So you can dig a little bit deeper, and you can ask, okay, in more details, Peter, what do you want to get out from Zinzino after helping all the others? What do you want to have for yourself? Where do you want to make these meetings? What is your lifestyle? And then you get like the goal and what they really want. So that's super important, because if you don't know that, it's almost impossible to work with them. The third question is, okay, Peter, from your point of view, how much money do you need for this lifestyle monthly? To drive this car, to put your children to this private school, whatever it was. And normally they get an answer like, yeah, 4, 5, maybe 6,000 euros a month. And then I ask the fourth question. Okay, Peter, in your normal job, how many hours would you have to work more to get this extra 5K? And normally they start laughing right now. They say, yeah, come on, man, it's impossible. I cannot earn this extra 4 to 5K in my normal job. So then I go into question number 5. Say, okay, Peter, do you think it's possible to put in 7 to 10 hours every week over the next 12 months to get this extra 5,000 euros? And now this 7 to 10 hours is super realistic, because in the question before, they said it's impossible to get it in the normal job with the normal hours. So now 7 to 10 hours, it's like super less. And then the final question, okay, Peter, if I could help you to earn this extra 6K in your spare time from home, would it be okay for you to use the first 2 hours to make a list of 100 people for potential customers and partners, and we invite the 10 best and the 10 easiest right away to a business lounge? would that be okay for you? And in 99.9% of in the cases, you get a yes here. And then it's clear for Peter or whoever that the first thing we do is making a list and doing a business launch. Before watching all the omega-3 videos, before watching all the closing videos, before joining all the things, is to make a list and a business launch. That's super, super crucial. And if you ask like this question when a new partner starts, because he's like on an emotional high, because it just starts his new business, and then you have a really good plan. Okay, so that's the first thing. The onboarding starts in the closing. And then we do the business and product launch. And we do a product launch, and we ask him, okay, who do you want to have first? Who has health problems? Who takes subs? Who is interested in health? Who loses weight? So we invite his 10 people he wants to help first, or his first people he really wants to show the products. So we do a product launch after the second or third day. Also in the first week, we do a business launch. We ask them, okay, with whom do you want to spend more time? Which feedback is important to you? Who has experience in sales? Who owns a business? Who works in health, etc., etc.? Who hates his job, wants to travel more? And then you get easily 10 or 15 people. And if you invite them the right way, they will come to a business launch. And then automatically your smart bros, your fast silver, and duplication is kicking in. So that's super, super crucial to do business and product launch. How we go on, I will come back later. Okay. So, but how to invite? Now we're going to the second skill, how to invite. And I always compare it with a restaurant opening. And I ask them, okay, ask your parents if you would open a restaurant with amazing schnitzel and fries and all the delicious stuff we don't eat it, since would you come once a week to my new restaurant and eat and drink there? And in 100% of the cases, you get a yes. So they would come to your new restaurant, what's your business, to eat at least once a month there. So you could say, all right, then it would be fair if you order on my online shop. Also, just once a month, it's cheaper than the schnitzel and the beer and the unhealthy stuff. But here we're doing something for your health. So honestly, to get your closest circle on the broad products is super, super easy if you do it the right way. So first thing is always family and the close friends. Ask for support. Hey, I'm super excited to start a new business. I really, really want to do it because of that, and that. And I wanted to ask you for your support. Please take a look. It's just 30 minutes. And if you invite like this, they always come. And then the 10 best and the 10 easiest, like I said before. Then always the guys who are more successful than I always tell them, hey, Kati, you're so successful in your health business. I really appreciate it. What you are doing is always like when I see you, there's the energy. And I really wanted to get your feedback because I also started the business in the health section. And please give me your feedback. We have 30 minutes Saturday, 6 p.m. And for sure, they will attend. And also ask for their opinions. Just be excited and tell them why their opinion is important for you. And for sure, they will come to product or business launch. Then for a little bit far away people, like maybe old school friends, it's super important to get this 3 times 3 rule. What's the 3 times 3 rule? Think about 3 needs, 3 strengths, 3 challenges this person has right now. And if you don't know these things about this person, it makes no sense to invite them to a business presentation or to a product presentation. First, you have to make a call or a meeting with them and to get to know them better. You have to find the trigger points. You have to find the needs that you can offer a solution. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that people invite. Carmelo, you want to add something? Sorry if I forget something. That's the biggest mistake a lot of people do. They invite the people and just with them what I want, not what they want. So it's super important. And also And for the challenges, like I say them, hey, I would feel guilty if I don't show you that. I found a solution for me to travel more. I know you also like to travel more. I would feel guilty if I don't show you that. I show it to 10 most important people this Saturday, 6 p.m. Are you free? I never saw the start a business, but now I did. I know you have that, and that. Saturday at 6, we're going to present that. Can I count on you? And or maybe a little bit more indirect, if they're a little bit more passive, we do it like, I know it's probably not for you, but your opinion is super important for me. Could you give me your feedback on my new business? Every successful person will do that. And it's super important in the invitation. Always imagine the Great Wall of China, I tell my new partners. Like it's, you have to separate the presentation and the invitation. Don't do the presentation in the invitation. It has to be a separate meeting. Why? Because it's impossible to explain it if you're new on phone. We need like 30 to 45 minutes with slides with a more experienced person. So always Great Wall of China. And then always look for problems. And if you have, I tell them, do you know friends who have money problems? And then you can ask them, hey, Peter, you told me you have some serious money problems. Were you serious about that? Or did you say it just like that? No, Mike, I was serious about it. Everything gets more expensive. I said, okay, I cannot promise too much, but I think I could have a solution. Are you free Saturday, 6 p.m.? And always with the problem. Like I said, I cannot promise anything, but if I would you, like the every worry sentence from GoPro. If I would invite you, but if I invite you to a presentation, would you join? So that's the rocket science we are doing. You know it. And we just use that wordings and do product and business launches. That's the magic. Okay, then the next income producing activity is the presentation. And first of all, if you're brand new 3 days into the business, don't do the presentation by yourself. Use your upline. Magic of the power of the third person. Use your upline. Your upline has to do the presentation for you. Or invite them on a public presentation. Or send a video, but send the video the right way. And how to do that is always to make an appointment. Okay, Peter, sounds interesting for you. If I send you a video, would you watch it? Yes, Mike, I would watch it. Okay, what do you think? Until when could you watch it? Yeah, I don't know, busy today. Tomorrow is Germany's Next Top Model and that and that and that, maybe on the weekend. Okay, so if I give you a phone call Sunday night, 8 p.m., you have watched it for sure, right? Yes, Michael, then I have watched it. Okay, then I give you a phone call Saturday or Sunday, 8 p.m. And then you have a new appointment. If you send a video, it's okay, but always with new appointments. And another way to do a presentation is like Marco Passanante says, me, we, you. So your upline, if you're the upline, you're doing I do the presentation, then we do it together. Maybe you do the introduction, I do the presentation. On the next meeting, you do the introduction, you do the product part, I do the business part. And then after the 5th or 6th presentation, you do the presentation, I'm in the call giving you feedback. So me, we, you. So like that, they learn to present by themselves. And one of the most important things, and I see a lot of presentations, and they do, from my point of view, a big mistake in that, they don't add the emotional part. Because there are 4 types of people. And if you just keep grinding the facts and the datas and all that kind of stuff, you just touch 1, maybe 2 types of people. The others you don't touch. So you have to add some emotional stories and tell your story in the presentation. How the tools in Zinzino changed your life. And if you are like active or silver, how it's going to change your life. When I was silver, I show you in a second, or active, I told my story. I told my vision. I told them, all right, Peter, look at this ladder. I'm here right now. I'm active. I'm not earning any money right now, but my goal is at the end of the month, I'm going to be silver. At the end of August, I'm going to be a gold. At the end of November, we do a little run. We help each other. I'm going to be executive, earn an extra 800 euros. And in 1 year from now, my goal, my vision is to be a diamond. and I'm 100% sure, serious about that, and I am going to go. And if you tell the business part in this way, everybody thinks, wow, this guy knows what he's doing, and yeah, he has a vision I want to follow. And it's not important if you're earning any money. It's easier to tell your goal and your vision than to be an ambassador. I told it on the DACH event, because if I do a business presentation right now in Austria, where the average person earns like 2,500 euro a month, and I show them, all right, in May I earned 24,000. What are they doing? They go on the right bottom, the red button there, and leave the Zoom presentation because they think it's a scam. They don't believe you. It's too far away. So it's easier, and it's my 100% honest opinion, it's easier to be active or silver to do a presentation than to be an ambassador. So tell them your vision, your goal, because 99% are not having a goal. So then you're super attractive. Okay. So, but if now in your mind is, okay, but I have no skills and I'm scared of doing presentations. What can I do then? And that's why I show you our first flyer. It was, I started in November 20, and that was like January 21. Our very first presentation. Maybe you know Benjamin Schlemmer, Diamond those days, and me, I was like active. And we said, okay, Monday, 6 p.m. we do a presentation. We made this cool flyer, and we invited. Afterwards, I realized I'm the only guy inviting, and we made this presentation. And it was like 5 people there. 2 customers joined, I guess. Next week we did presentation again. 1 person was there, did not buy anything. The next week we did the presentation again, and nobody came. I said, all right. Nobody's coming. Are we doing something wrong, or should we do the presentation or not? And Benjamin was then inviting on other presentations. So I was alone in this Zoom meeting. I was sitting there alone, and I had the choice to go the easy way. The easy way would be, okay, leave the Zoom meeting, go there and drink a beer. Or I go the hard way, muted up, shirt, and I did the presentation. Next week, I invited the whole week. Nobody was coming. I was sitting there on Monday alone, did the presentation. At the 6th or 7th meeting, 1 person was coming. His name was Robin. And we were sitting together one-on-one in the Zoom meeting. And I told him, hey, it's the best thing ever. A lot of people are coming, and I wanted to show you this business. And then we were sitting, just the 2 of us. And he said, all right, Mike, honestly, if it's that great opportunity, why nobody is coming? And it's super, I think it could get super embarrassing right now. Should I just leave? And we leave it like that. And I was sitting there and like super insecure, super sad. And I told him, Robin, yes, just leave and let it like this. And after that, I was sitting like 20 minutes, Zoom on, suited up like always. And I was sitting there, and I said, what kind of loser am I? Why didn't I say it's super important and I keep going? And I thought about this night for many days, and but I did the presentation after that event, after that thing. And so I did the presentation. My girlfriend was sitting at home, and she always told me, why are you doing the presentation? She knew all the stories out of her mind, because I was doing always the same, improving, getting better into the stories, getting better. And so I improved that skill, just doing the presentation if nobody is joining, because it's not important what are you doing. Okay, Arta. It's not important what you are doing when everybody is watching. Now it's easy. 132 people on the director's call of Zinzino are watching, and I'm doing a presentation. Now it's easy. Now it's easy to bring a good to do it good, because so many people are watching. But it counts when nobody's watching. What are you doing then? Then it counts. And so I learned the skill of the presentation. So the 4th skill is follow-ups. And here it's super important that you have the no for now list. And what's that? First of all, the follow-ups, it's plural, because many people need a lot of follow-ups. And I tell them the average person needs 7 impressions. So it's super, super rare that you show them the business or the product and they buy something or they join. It's super unrealistic. They need 7 impressions. So we need a no for now list. More to that in a second. First of all, you don't have to do it by alone. You just do the list. You do the invitation and by yourself, and then the presentation, the follow-up, the closing, the onboarding, we do it together. So use the magic of the third person. Then super easy, GoPro question. What did you like best? To ask for positive things. On a scale from 1 to 10, when 1 means, all right, let me leave this Zoom call right now, and 10 means, oh my God, that's the best business opportunity in the world. Can I join right now? Where are you right now? And normally you get a 5 or 6, and then ask, okay, what do you need to get to an 8? What do you need to get to a 9? And they tell you what they need. So super basic questions, you know them. If there's any answer, something other than, yes, let's start, I have a very powerful sentence for you. It's from Veselība-Bizness-Brīvība. And I read this sentence and I thought, all right, I have to implement this right now because it's brilliant. If they say, yes, let's start. All right. How many packages? Just 1, or you want to take 3 right away? UPKs you can choose. And probably they say 1. But if they say something other than yes, I say to them, that's okay, Tom, because timing is the most important thing. But would it be okay if we keep in touch from time to time so I can find out how you are getting on and let you know how we are doing? That's the sentence. And in 99.9% of the cases, you get a yes here. And say, yeah, for sure, let's stay in touch. And why this sentence is so powerful, I explain you right now. What's happening here? That's okay. So I don't blame them. I understand. I'm not going to make them feel bad about themselves because what, you're not buying the omega-3 supplements? Is your health not important to you? Blah, blah, blah. They will never buy it. So understand them. Don't blame them. So with that's okay, you tell them that. Because timing is the most important thing. It means, hey, no pressure, my friend. It's not about you. It's about them. You tell them subconsciously in the future, maybe yes. And you plant that seed. And he gave you the yes on this question. So that seed is planted. The third part of the sentence is, but would it be okay, like if you ask it like that, 99% get a yes. And if I keep in touch from time to time, that means occasionally. That does not mean I text you tomorrow and hey, you want to buy now? You want to join now? No, from time to time, and we are not. It's super polite, and so I can find out how you're getting around and let you know how we are doing. So it's super stress-free, it's kind, it's gentle, it's pleasant, and now you get the yes, and then you put this name. It switched from your normal list to the no for now list, and you make some notes there. You make some notes there. Oh, just a second. So you can make a screenshot if you want. And you make some notes there. Okay, Tom not joining right now because in summer he is going to make vacation. He wants to save money for a piano. I don't know, is moving his house or whatever. I'm gonna make a note, and in 3 months I'm gonna text him or I'm gonna phone him and say, hey, Thomas. How are you doing? We stay in touch, and I'm really curious about you. How were the exams going? So what is Tom thinking then? Wow, this guy really listened. Because most people, they don't listen, they just want to talk by themselves. So if you really listen, and if you make notes on the no for now list, and you make like a little reminder, all right, Thomas, in 3 months from now, to the end of September, I'm gonna text him again. Katie, I'm gonna follow up in 15th of September again. So you really have an active candidate list, and it's super, super powerful. Kraftful, that's German. But no for now, super important. Okay, guys. So then let's keep on going. How can you follow up the no for now? How much time do I have? Okay, 9 more minutes. Okay, speed up. Sorry, all the translators. How can you build relations? Like I really appreciate use social media, because there you can like, you can make a comment, you can make a story, you can post some content that are all follow-ups. You can meet them on events. You can invite them on event if you know he's in Vienna. Hey, Thomas, tonight is Tobias Beck event. I have 2 tickets. Do you want to join? Or you want to come with me, for example? You can inform them about campaigns. Hey, you thought about the balance oil. I really need to tell you this. Do you have 10 minutes for a phone call tonight? You can just wish him a happy birthday. It's a perfect follow-up. How are you going around? Happy birthday. Just Facebook reminded me it's your birthday. You can ask them, how was your holiday? You can ask them, how was the exam? How was the Wimbledon final like Lars did? Did you watch it? Or whatever. That are all kind of follow-ups. Don't come in the follow-up like, hey, you want to buy right now. No, build relationships. That's super important. And then we are coming to the 5th skill, and that's closing. And here I made a training with Carla and the American team. So maybe ask Carla, or I think it's on YouTube. Just look for my name and closing fundamentals. There I go into this topic very, very deeply for 1 hour. I think maybe it's a little bit more than 1 hour. So we can skip it right now to save the time because closing, we could talk about it for years. And just really quick, magic of the third person. Super important to be excited and to have fun. Closing is a game. And if you get an objection, first of all, something good. Because when I get an objection, I know, hallelujah, he has interest. Because no objection means no interest. The product, the business, every person has questions. And if they don't have questions, if they're not criticizing anything, they are not interested. So objections are something good. The people test you, they test you if you're serious. So we are not needed. We know that we are the price for them, not they are the price and we get the 300 credits or whatever. So we are the price for them. We can transform and change lives completely. We are not tied to the outcome, no emotional attachment. And like I said, on the video on YouTube or on the training from Carla, super in detail. So maybe check that. Super important also, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So really get this relationship building in the focus. And then as an upline, you have to be prepared for objections. Just imagine your new partner did all the work. He did the list, he did the invitation, he did the presentation, he did the follow-up, and then he is doing the closing and he invites you as an upline to the closing. And then the prospect brings like an objection, like I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I have to ask my wife, is it a pyramid scheme, I'm not a salesman, I have to sleep about it, and bring objections like that. Are you prepared? Be honest to yourself. Are you prepared for this kind of objections? Because they are coming all the time, you know, and the people are not creative. They bring all the same stuff over and over again. So as an upline, as a director and above, you have to be prepared and have like 5, 6, 7 answers to this objection. If not, it can get not that good. So really get into that. Because the reason they tell you is most likely not the real reason. In most cases, it's just a lack of belief. And maybe network marketing or themselves. So we need to find out what's the real objection. And we can do that with a 3-step framework. And that's brilliant. I also got this from one of my mentors. So how does it work? Okay. First, we have to validate the objection. We have to confirm the desire, and we have to coach and close. Real quick, validate the objection is like if they say, yeah, it sounds super good, but I don't have the money. Then I ask them, okay, John, you know what, John, I hear exactly what you're saying, but tell me this, is it really that you don't have the money, or is it just a polite way of saying no? Because I'm totally cool either way. I just want to help you. Let's put the hands up. So here I'm giving him a way out. He can say no right now. He saves time. I'm saving time, and a quick no saves time. He has a way out. Either way is cool for me. I'm not needy. I want to help you. I'm not selling anything. I'm the coach here. So subconsciously, you're in the driver's seat with this sentence, and you can use it all the time. So either he's not interested or he really does not have the money. Then it's a real objection, and then we can keep on going. If he says, no, I really want to do it, but I don't have the money. Then I ask him, well, but do you want to do this, John? Yes. Then I get a second confirmation, a double verify it. Are you sure, John? Yes. And if that happens, John sold himself that he wants to do it. We just need to coach and close. And then the game begins. And I know, like in 90% of the cases, 30 minutes later, we're going to see his name in the back office, not to sound arrogant, but they bring like the same objections. You can really come over it very, very easy, but you can see more in the video on YouTube or from Carla. Okay, and then the last income producing activity is the onboarding after the business launch. So I always ask them, hey, Peter, there are two ways we can work together. We can do a group coaching or we can do a one-on-one coaching. What do you prefer? Hey, Mike, I really like you're a cool guy. I want the one-on-one coaching. You always get this answer. And then I tell him, all right, Peter, for that, you need to bring three things. You have to be hungry, you have to be coachable, and you have to be willing. And these are not skills, these are decisions. Do you think you can do that? So he needs to be hungry, he needs to be coachable, and he needs to be willing. He gets task on the education platform. I tell him, okay, you have to watch this video, you have to order this book, you have to do this list. You have on your goal, to reach your goal, we have to do that. And we work with a week plan. That means, okay, you have 7 hours. Show me when are these 7 hours? Which income producing activity are you doing on which day? And when we are doing the launches or the presentations together. So I tell him he has to know his numbers. And we're going together. Okay, what's his goal? Why is he starting? How can we work his active list? And then he gets all the education and the skill training. Not before the business launch, after the business launch. Super, super important. And we work with tasks. And if he says, no, I'm not interested in that, all right, no worries. Monday, 7 p.m., we have our team call and you can come into the groups and we do a group coaching. If you want to work one-on-one with me, you have to bring these three things. And it's not for me, it's, Eric Worre is doing it like that. And that's what we implemented. And I tell them, hey, we really need to bring the 12 months mindset. And because I can guarantee you that we are going to get some some serious problems. And yeah, that's how we do it. After the fast starts, we have like a little executive school where all the persons who did a faster pony, Smart Bros, Fast Silver, or Xteam Express, they get into the executive school. It's like one training call with breakout sessions a week. There we learn 2 income producing activities, like making a list, doing the invitation. And before executive, you just need these 2 skills. And we have a little platinum leader group. There we read books together. We do leadership trainings. We have a little inner circle group for directors and above where we do some infrastructure and team events. We have a right crown and above call for exchange. Thanks, Sina, Fabian, and all the great leaders for the great exchanges there. And yeah, that's how we are doing. And I would have some slides more, but it's 3 o'clock. And I managed it, 35 minutes, 33 minutes, all the income producing activities. And thank you for joining. If you like it, give me some flames, or hope you made some videos and tag me on Instagram. I'm going to repost it. And maybe we can go deeper into one or the other thing. And thank you for joining. Back to you, Sina.